Alright guys, today is November the 15th, Saturday? Yes, I believe it is. And I was going to can tomato juice. I'll get it in a minute. But I've had to move that over here all the way on my table. I moved my crock pot, a big stock pot, because it's already 3 o'clock. I have got to cook dinner. I know my husband will be hungry soon. So I've got my little charger plugged up to my electric mason jar vacuum sealer. And while that's charging, I'm heating up leftover food. So for leftovers, I have beets that I just put on the stove and put it on medium until it started to boil and then turn it down on low. I'm heating up, this was a venison stew, deer meat. It's got potatoes and carrots left over from our crock pot meal. So I saved that and we're gonna heat that up today with our dinner. So I've got it on medium back here until it starts boiling, and then I will turn it down to low. I've also got leftover macaroni and cheese, and I've poured some water down inside there. You can tell now that it's boiling. I'm going to go ahead and stir that just so it doesn't burn down in our pot. But to revive mac and cheese or any kind of noodle, if you just add a little water to it, it'll revive it. So that's good and revived. So we're going to cut this down on low and leave the top on. And that'll keep it hot for dinner time. Okay, so I just have this one I got to keep an eye on. These are on low. Now I've got my iron skillet here, and we're gonna have salmon patties, or salmon croquettes, or however you want to call it. And we're gonna have fried cornbread with it too. Yummy. So I found my recipe. I found all my ingredients. I've got it all over here, kind of perched up here, ready to go, except for the milk. I'll go grab that. Okay, so I've got the milk now. All right, so I got two different bowls here, big size bowls. One's gonna be for the salmon patties, one's gonna be for the cornmeal. Let's get the salmon going first. I'm gonna need a plate to put the salmon on after it's done. So I'm gonna grab, no matter what plate, and I'll probably set it over here behind me. I like how I got my kitchen back because I've got room. It's so exciting. All right, so let's get this pan put on medium. I've got bacon grease that I've been saving, and this says 9/6 of 2023. I've been keeping it in the fridge. It's good. So I'm just gonna dip out some bacon grease, a big old spoonful there. I let that heat up with the oil and everything. It's been a while since I've made these, so I don't know how long it takes to mix it all up, but it looks like it won't be very long. All right, can opener. All right, so I'll get this can opened. And what we do is we drain out the juice in a separate bowl. So I have this little bowl here to drain the juice into. And that's to hang on to the juice just in case your patties turn out real dry. So we're going to drain that down in our bowl here. bowl here because you have to debone the salmon, so. Alright now, alright. There we go. I'll probably have cats in here ready soon. Alright. This does look yucky, but it's no big deal, alright? All you do is plop it out. Okay, and then you gently take this apart, as gentle as you can. Because what we're going to do is take the bones out. See the spine there? Or whatever this is? Yeah, probably spine. So I'm just going to take my finger and rake it out down into that bowl there. Now these tiny little bones here, they will digest and be fine, okay? So don't worry about that. Some people like to take this silver off there, which I will. I'm gonna lay these down in here. Take all this black off. This is just part of the skin. It's probably good nutrients. And I'll just take some of it off there. Alright. This is what one of those little bones look like. It's real circular. So you gotta be careful. That you can get choked on in your food. Okay. Now, double check this piece. Take off this little bit of silver here. That's the skins, what that is. And grab this other piece. My husband just said, "What's for eats?" He texted it to me. Well, my hands are a little bit indisposed at the moment. Alright. Now here's the other part of it. See how it comes in kind of pretty nice. I'm gonna take that silver too. So you just kind of gently open it up. Might be this side. Open, squeeze a little bit, and it'll come up. And see that? And you just take the bone and just push it, and it usually gets them all. Gets them all out of there. Okay. Gotta wash my hands now. Oil's getting hot for us. That's good. Let me reply back to my husband's text real quick. Okay, while waiting on his reply, I went ahead and opened this can, and I've added more grease to my pan so that it's covered up the whole bottom of the pan. And it's getting a little too hot, so what I'm going to do is cut it back down for now until I start putting patties in here. Okay, at least it's melted and ready to go. Pan will stay hot because it's an iron pan for a while. So I'm going to take care of this second can of salmon. Ew. Dump juice everywhere. Little tripod does not want to obey. Okay. Hold on a minute. My hands are yucky. Oh, it's staying. Oh, that's lovely. My countertop is not level, so guess where it's all running? Running to this back corner where I don't want it to go. All of my salmon juice. Alright, sit up there. I gotta go wash off my tripod too. And my phone. You guys got it too. Gross. Good, it didn't go too far. But far enough. Alright, Juice, you're gonna come over here in the sink. All over my recipe book. Yeah, it'll dry and it'll smell like salmon. Gross. Ingredient I forgot about. I don't know what the little spoon is for. Okay. Got a little bit of the book. That'll probably smell like salmon forever. Guys, accidents happen. All you gotta do is stop, clean it up, take care of it. A lot of people get mad. My mom did. She get mad. And my son, he gets mad when he makes a mistake too. I'm like, buddy, don't worry about it. Just clean up the mess. That's all you gotta do. Because accidents happen. Our potatoes and carrots in the back are boiling now. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down on low. All right. Let's try this again. I think I'm done with this anyway. I'm done opening that other jar so I can. I'll put it away. Alright. Now, I need to put you back over here really because so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move my cornbread bowl over there. I think the countertop's bubbly in that spot or something. And it's making my tripod move. Now, got the lid off. I'm going to drain it over here in the sink. In the bowl in the sink, actually. Over here. Take off some of this here silver. Goodness, actually. All right, so it's usually 2 pieces. This piece hasn't been done yet, so you just got to remember that when you put it in your bowl. That one was a pretty big piece. Okay. Makes like a train, don't it? Alright, that one's good. Hear a rooster in the background. That looked like a piece and a half or something in that jar, because I don't see any more bones. Bring it apart and look. Here's some. Just go back through it with your hands because you can feel it. I know it might be yucky to some people, but you can do it. When you know you got to feed your family and you want this good food, you'll do it. There's some more hidden bones in here. Yep, it's a different texture, so. Another bone, I feel it. It's best to go through this so that nobody chokes. You don't want any children choking or anything. Which I know fish bones are a lot different than other bones, but still. Even the tiny bones you might taste them in the food, I don't know. But those little thin ones, I never did worry about it. Oh, there's one. Okay. Okay, almost done with all these chunks. Might be time consuming, but good food is always done slower, time consuming. It's always good food. You know, like that crock pot meal I wanted to make. I wanted it to be done in like an hour, but you have to really let it sit, or it'll have the gamey taste in it. It's just deer backstrap that I had cut in sections. Cut all the silver out of it the best I could, and plopped it in the bottom of the crock pot and put potatoes and carrots on top. Season it how you like. Pour water over it. And we just let it do its thing. It's better the next day. Alright. That's all done. Wash my hands. Now it says add in diced onion. Go ahead and turn this on now. My pan. I got 2 cans. And you never can have too much onion. 1, 2. That looks good, don't it? Alright. An egg. Oh yeah, gotta get the egg. Which I think 1 egg will be enough for 2 cans too. Like a meatloaf, just kind of binds everything together. Okay, then we got a 1/4 cup of flour, which we're doing 2, so let's do 1/2 cup of flour. An all-purpose flour. One. 2. Alright, 1 cup of cornmeal. Which would be 2 cups of cornmeal. And I don't know, that sounds like a lot. So, I'm gonna set it aside here. I might have to add it. Not for sure. Let's see. Now, we mix it all up together and make patties out of it. And if it gets too dry, we add a little bit of that juice that we saved over there in the sink. And then we lay it down inside here to start frying up, okay? If it's a little bit too wet, then you just add a little bit more cornmeal to it. Should have took that off, huh? I forgot. Now, let's see. Is it sticking? Feels like it's sticking. Might be a little dry. So yeah, that second cup of cornmeal, I'm glad I didn't put it in here. I don't know. I think that mackerel patties recipe is just something I thought that I would do. Like, I did it once by memory. And then I couldn't remember what to do because my mother-in-law showed me how. And I also learned it in a deli also. So it seemed like they dipped it in cornmeal after they made them. They made them and dipped it in cornmeal and then fried it or something. I can't remember. But you want a meatloaf texture if you've ever made meatloaf. Meatballs or whatever. You want it to grab and stick. There it is. See? That might be enough. Alright, let's go ahead and make some. I do about a handful. Flatten it down. Nice big patty. And our oil's hot, good. Frying right away, I like it. Now you want to make sure that these get good and done on the inside. And I don't know how, but I go by watching the edges. And as they get brown, and they come up about an inch all the way around, just like you do pancakes, you can tell if the edges are getting brown, or sausage patties, or hamburger. You can usually tell when it's doing that. Then it's time to give them a good flip. And that side will be done, about halfway done is what I do. I've done this with salmon. I've done this with mackerel. You can buy in a can. Same thing. Just mackerel instead of salmon. So I usually go by whatever's cheapest at the time. That's one big onion in that one. Crumbly, you might have to add more juice. Just a touch. Now, as you cook these, they'll probably soak up the grease. So as I empty that pan, I'll add more grease to it. You can make your patties smaller or whatever. We like really big patties. Whatever size you want. Shape them into different shapes, I don't care. With sticks or something. Maybe that's what fish sticks is made of. You ever bought those as a kid? Or had your parents get them as a kid? I remember fish sticks. I remember not liking salmon patties as a kid. I would douse them in ketchup. I hated salmon patties. I was like, not again. She said, yep. Any kind of fish. I didn't like it as a kid. She made me eat it. Cover it in ketchup and go on. Make myself eat it. Okay. There's our little patties. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm going to do a quick stir on the mac and cheese since that does happen to stick sometimes. Looks like they're soaking up all that water, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water to it just to keep it from sticking on the bottom. Makes it good and cheesy too. Now I'm done with this juice, and I'm done with the bones. So I might set them, both of these bowls, outside to the cats. But I'm gonna set them in the sink for the moment. The only problem is I don't want the cats to choke, so I'll have to see about that. You've always seen cats eat fish, but I don't know if they eat the bones or not. And then dogs, I don't know. I just don't want to do anything to hurt my animals. Alright, I'm done with onions, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the fridge. I'm going to put my cans in the compost. Or not compost, recycle. And now I'm going to set this aside, and I need to get my bowl for making cornmeal and have it ready. They're still not brown around the edges yet. You want it to do kind of a slow cook because you want to make sure it cooks on the inside too on those. Now the cornmeal, we can cook it a little higher if you want it to. Cornbread, it's not meat, be alright. So, cornbread. I got the recipe for cornbread muffins. I'm just going to make that. And then don't put them in muffin tins. Just dip it out with a ladle and fry it. It's good. Melts in your mouth. Okay, a cup of cornmeal. Well, luckily, I have a cup of cornmeal. Cup of flour. All right. Cup of flour. Done with that. All right, a third cup of sugar. I really like these containers. They keep everything nice and tidy. A third cup of sugar. This makes your cornbread sweet. If you don't like sweet cornbread, just leave the sugar out, okay? A half a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Let me double check the bottoms of the salmon. Let's bring you over here with me. Oh yeah, you can tell where it's crispy. Might have cooked it too long. Nah, it's good and brown just the way we like it. Give it a nice good flip. And where it's got cornmeal in it, it'll be a nice little crispity, crunchity. Alright. I'll let them cook slow. I'm back over here to what I was doing. So it was 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2. Which this is to help rise. You probably don't need this much because I'm not making it rise, but because it's not muffins, it'll be alright. I don't want to mess up the recipe, you know. Need 1 egg. I need to go get that from the refrigerator. Eggshell goes in my compost again. Wash my hands. Alright, and we got a cup of milk. And put the milk back in the fridge. And 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, corn or vegetable oil. I don't do those, I use extra virgin olive oil. 1/4 cup. Alright, and we mix it up. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. Ah, mixer. This will be sitting here and probably rising as I'm cooking these patties. I might go ahead and throw some on the pan, and then we'll have some patties and some salmon ready to go because my husband's hungry. He may come right on in here soon. We'll have 3 of them done, then I'll keep cooking the rest of these. Alrighty. Everything's all warmed up. I was going to cook some greens, but my burners are all full, my pans are all full, so I'll hold off to that till tomorrow when we run out of something here. Let's have a look-see. Oh yeah, they're good and done. See how they've already soaked up the grease here? Pan here and my plate. If you're not sure that your patties are done, I'll show you here just a second what we can do while we're getting this oil heated up again. Put some more grease in our pan. You can get a thermometer, meat thermometer or whatever, turn it on. most things are done at 165 degrees. So I always just do 165 degrees for well done. And there it is. It keeps going up, it's higher, but it's 174 degrees. You can check each one if you want. Yep, and that's past 165, and then that's 170 also. So these are done. Okay, pan's good and hot. Got some oil. Let's make some cornbread. Fried cornbread, that is. I'm using a small ladle. You can use a little regular spoon and dip it out however big you want. You know, that kind of thing. Looks like I can get 3 in here. They look like pancakes. You just cook these till they're good and brown around the edges. I'll get me another plate down. Have cornbread on it. And I'll put away my recipe book. And my baking powder goes back up here. They're starting to rise a little, ain't they? Thermometer back. I'm gonna go put some of these ingredients back. Over here on this sheet. Alrighty, big and fluffy. Yeah, still mushy. Oh, we can turn the heat back up a little bit. I'm gonna put it on 6 instead of 5. Turn it up a little bit and have it done sooner. Then you'll start seeing these bubbles pop up. Just like pancakes. You got bubbles coming up over here. Oh yes, look how beautiful that is. Yeah. Just remember, if you're doing like I'm doing, and you go back and make more salmon, you'll need to cut your temperature back down. But for cornbread, that's fine. Alright guys, I guess I'm going to leave you guys here. Let my husband know that dinner's ready. He'll be excited. And we're going to eat. Maybe get to tomatoes today. We'll see.